Temtem is a game that is very near and dear to my heart. I first played it in mid-2020 with some friends and fell in love with the world, the story, battle system, and of course, its creatures. These little dudes right here, and occasionally big dudes like that one right there, oh my god, are called Tems, and they are possibly my favorite monsters in the genre of creature catchers, alongside the big names like Pokemon. So you can imagine my delightful shock I experienced when I found out that Creme, the developers behind Temtem, were making another game in the franchise called Temtem Swarm. Temtem Swarm is a bullet hell style action roguelike that takes place in the digital dimension, assumedly within the Temtem universe. You can play it on your own, or in co-op mode with random players online, or your friends. This is a very different step for the IP, but not an unwelcome one by any means. It's an extremely chaotic experience at times and can get pretty damn difficult if you don't play carefully, like most games within the genre. I have about 30 plus hours on the game and I love it, but it's not without its issues and community opinions, so if you've come here to see if it's for you, thank you very much. The game is a great way to get your Tem fix until the much anticipated
Temtem Pioneers!
And if you enjoy bullet hell or roguelikes, you should try this one out. It's fairly standard for the genre, but where it really sticks out in my opinion is with the Tems themselves and how each one interacts with the gear and techniques you can give them. The core gameplay loop is simple. You go in with whatever Tem you've unlocked, fight off other Tems including the occasional boss Tem, find minigames around the map called spots that give you different rewards, and try your best to come out on top of it all in 20 minutes, or until you lose if you're in the game's endless mode. You'll level up throughout the course of the run, and if the Tem you're playing can evolve, it will do so after leveling up a specific number of times within said run. Every time your Tem's level increases, you'll be thrown into the level up screen, where you can choose one of many random techniques, gears, or miscellaneous things that will make your Tem stronger. At first these choices can feel random and mindless, but like, you're so wrong, dude. There's actually a real dope system in place here to help make your choices of which gear and techniques to use feel more like a conscious choice, and that is the synergy system. Temtem players are familiar with the main game's synergy mechanic. In this game, it is a little different, but it does the same thing, and that is make your Tem's techniques stronger when paired with the right thing. The right thing in this case being gear. You unlock the synergetic version of a certain technique after using it in a run and getting the specific technique to level 5. Even if you lose said run, you'll still unlock the technique's synergy after the run is over, so don't worry about that. Synergies will pop up when you have either the gear or technique that synergizes with the other. Alternatively, if you want to check what things synergize with what, you can pause your run and press the top right G+ icon to look at what synergies you've unlocked and what pieces you're missing for said synergies. It's completely up to you whether or not you want to use this mechanic, as you can have runs without any synergy that still go well. But these things add a whole new level of gameplay looping and grinding that really scratches the best parts of my brain personally. Overall, they're a core part of the game and will make your run more crazy, consistent, and way more fun if you can get a bunch of these
What
going.
is happening? Where's the ground? Is Rental alive? Ah!
Each run will net you Pansons, which for those who have played the original Temtem know that this is the currency in the Temtem universe, and that's no different here. You get Pansons by completing missions, unlocking Tems, and just simply playing each run, gathering it throughout the world. In this game, you'll be using these Pansons to upgrade each individual Tem in their corresponding skill tree. Different Tems have different paths and specific nodes you can unlock, but there will always be the simple nodes to unlock, such as rerolls, blocks, and snoozes for level ups, damage amplifiers of many kinds, survivability, gear/technique cap raises, and much more. If you complete a run on a specific map and come out victorious, you'll unlock the ability to hack that area in future runs. Here's where things get a little crazy. Hacking an area allows you to add difficulty modifiers like in other roguelikes, such as the endless mode I mentioned earlier. Here, each hack gives you a percentage boost to the Pansons you'll acquire in that run. This will vary on the area since each area gives more Pansons by default compared to the one before, but simple explanation is hacking makes your run harder, but gives you more Pansons. Risk reward. Y'all know what's going on here. Now it's time for the main attraction, the Tems themselves. Each one comes with their own starter technique, which you can change out in the run if you so choose. Their own ultimate ability and a trait/passive, both of which are unique to the Tem and cannot be changed out. You can also unlock the Luma version of a Tem, which is the shiny variant for the Pokemon peeps. The Luma versions in this game are super grindy to get. You have to reach Prestige 1, which you can only unlock by winning a match with a specific Tem skill tree fully unlocked, so it takes a while. I have only gotten one of these so far, which is great because it gives me and other players a further goal to strive for if we so choose. Different Tems and areas unlock different pool techniques that can be used by other Tems, either of a specific type or just general use, so it's super important and incentivized, in fact, to play each Tem a bit and find out what's fun for you and what isn't. There's also specific skill tree unlocks you can only get by doing damage with other Tems or by unlocking all techniques of a specific typing, such as digital, including synergies, further feeding into the wide range of Tems you'll have to play a bunch to complete a certain Tem's skill tree. It's all pretty intimidating if you've never played games like it, and even then, there's a lot of moving parts here. But overall, what do I think of this pivot for the franchise and the game as a whole? All in all, I really like the game. It's easy to jump in and get sucked into the gameplay loop of go in, unlock more stuff with each run, do it again, but harder and stronger, right? The game does a fairly good job at making everything clear. The map will signal when a new spot is available so you can go straight to them. The bosses are simple but effective in providing bigger challenges throughout the run, and the synergy system makes each run feel like you discover a new strong thing to use in future runs, and it makes certain gears or techniques I wouldn't normally bother picking up worth using. Like Roar going from this fucking pee-wee shout to a giant cone of decibel destruction, or Darkness being a super slow meh doom applier to being able to grant you double experience on anything that dies with the debuff applied. It all feels super thought out. With that said, however, I can absolutely understand and even agree with the problems players may have. It is a grind to get a lot of these things unlocked, and can feel super rewarding for a while, then slowly devolve into hours of doing the same thing, which just gets boring after a while. The original Temtem also had this issue of being extremely grind heavy in its late to end game, with hundreds of things it feels like taking up hours of your time on end. With this game it can feel super monotonous, but that's sort of what comes with this style of, like, this genre of game most of the time in my opinion. I put a lot of time into games like Megabonk, Hades 1 and 2, and other games similar in the genre. And like those games, it's extremely fun for a really long time. It feels like you have endless content to run through, and it's all exciting for a while until you sort of hit that block where the momentum slowly starts to teeter out, and it eventually just kind of ends up feeling like a grind, like an endless loop of things that you've already done before. Am I saying that this game is better or comparable to those other games? No, because for me it's not really about comparing. It's about what each game can provide as an experience and how much the company puts into the product itself. And I can most certainly say that Creme put a lot into this game. Arguably a little too much for most people, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. It's all a matter of what you enjoy as a player, how much you love the franchise, genre, and gameplay, and more importantly than any of that, doing your own research and looking into something before buying it, and getting thrown into something that you did not expect. That's what this video is for. To show you what the game is, how I play and enjoy it, and helping you make your own decisions on it afterwards. Money is unfortunately really important and scarce right now, with the world, burning before our eyes and all. So use it in a way that makes you happy without hurting others. That's pretty much all I have to say about Temtem Swarm for now. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'll probably be making some videos of runs I do in-game as well if that interests you. I hope it can help you decide if the game is for you, and if it isn't, that's okay too. Thank you all so much for watching this all the way through. This is easily the most work I've put into one project, but I want to keep doing this for myself and all the nerds in need of a community that values safety and passion above consumption and negativity. If you love games, anime, random nonsense, but most importantly, other people, I would love to have you in my community of nerds, queers, and weirdos. My socials would be in the description down below, and if you enjoyed this video or any others I make, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking this video, and commenting any of your opinions. I'll see you at whatever I post next. Remember, you are loved and will always be. Thank you so much. I'll see ya.